for all being here. Thank you for the Blockchain Week to have created this space. It's a pleasure to be here. And I'll be talking about Propy. So the company was set up 6 years back. This is the it's been an amazing venture, before I was in real estate, set up Sotheby's in Dubai, working for Christie's, and I've seen a lot of, headaches, in terms of real estate transaction, mega projects where even, partnership with the government had issues. And that's why, I joined Propy and the development, because smart contracts really is looking at securing fast transactions. What is Web3 and blockchain? Distributed ledger technology, I think we all know what this is sitting here. Decentralized, not dependent on one single entity. Created a record that cannot be changed. And here now why crypto in the real estate world? Well, we behave as a digital asset, the ownership is a digital record. And Web3 is becoming mainstream. So we have now millenniums which are very much utilizing the... there's no side notes here, hein, my friend Olivier. Je vois rien à gauche. Hein. So the millenniums represent 60% of the owners. The Gen Z are already using in the workforce. And like we were discussing in the previous presentation, so real-world assets, RWA, are becoming the trend. This is a biggest industry. We're talking about 300 trillion asset class, and it's very much regulated, but efficiency through blockchain is really what the new buyers are looking for. They want to click, buy, and this is what we're offering. So in the course of the 6 years that we've been founding this company, we're making easier and easier access to that process. We're very much set up in the United States. At this stage, we've done we're closing about $9 billion in volume of trade, which is registered on the blockchain. It's now looking at easing through a model of NFT. So we're present on the tokenization of the NFT since last year. We've closed as it was announced a transaction a couple of weeks back at $600 million. I'm working on the chapters in the Middle East and Europe, and we're looking at mega projects there. We have in the pipeline a metaverse. We're just waiting for the right time to announce it. We're present in 3 counties in the US. Miami is really the hub now, where we have NFT sales through the wallet, so wallet to wallet, where we also have set up a system of auctioning. So, we set up the auction over a couple of hours or days, depending on what asset it is. People register to it, and we create an LLC setup where we set up the creation of the and we mint this contract where we have the title attached to the LLC. Once the bidders start bidding, the highest bidder at the end of the course of the auction gets the NFT linked to his wallet, and he's becoming owner. So people are extremely happy about this, and it's really a win-win situation for everyone. Time consuming, costs, efficiency. And then the resell is even easier. So there's a lot of work in the to gear towards one transaction. My previous he was talking about crypto mortgages. So there are Milo, Abra, Moon, which are integrated into the API. We've done a few transactions. There is a lot of capital in crypto, and we can allow those partnerships to happen. The limitation is that the asset needs to be completely liquid. There's no lien attached to it. The RWA pool of capital, I think that's really the next chapter, where we have REITs, which will be becoming more liquid. That's what I'm working on at this stage. And the title registry, which we've been doing for 6 years. So the irony is that the first one ever done was actually in Ukraine. But we then focus on the United States. It's a bigger market. So more than 1 in 10 first home buyers actually have used crypto and sold their crypto to do the deposit. This was a source from Redfin. This is a screen copy of one of our transaction tool. So it's a 7-step, in order to record the transaction. So as I said, we are closing about $9 billion volume in the US through that platform. The Propy settlement transaction via smart contract. So you start by listing, the property, you mint this, then you have a Oracle inspection data collected to have everything stored through the blockchain. And depending on how the buyer comes, and most of the time the buyer comes as dollars or fiat, or a minority are in crypto transactions. So we're not revolutionizing that model, but it's done through the process of collection and at the end, it's an ownership settlement on the chain. What is a smart contract? So a smart contract is a computer protocol, facilitates secure performance of transaction written lines of code. It's not a legal agreement, right? So, it's important for the people in the real estate space as agents to understand, that the smart contract is there to help in the transaction of the settlement of the transaction. There's no, company in the world, in the real estate world, which has adopted transaction fees. So it's a huge opportunity, and that's where we're gearing towards. So we're looking at becoming the Amazon of real estate in a nutshell. Less fees, as I said, better margin for the companies and time efficiency. We're still having to follow the legal requirements of the country, even if we can do this in minutes. We have closed deals now on 20 days as opposed to 30 days for the United States. So the terms are defined in the purchase agreement, and then you go into the automated escrow. So in three states we have Propy title. So it's the Propy ecosystem. Now we're going to be launching the Propyverse, which will have a very much input on the listing aspect of the real estate. So going back to the titles and the escrow, then once the transaction happens on a platform, you have an ownership transfer. And so very often the buyers come to us after and say, now what? Especially through the NFT. They said, well, here are the keys, and the people are extremely happy. So they're very much surprised in the efficiency. We played a little game. We asked ChatGPT who was going to be winning the market leader. So it seems that the protocol that ChatGPT is actually offering is actually what we're actually applying. So that's the answer from ChatGPT. And they're giving other example of other companies. So DocuSign has followed, before us the same through the government input, and it was integrated into our platform. Propy settles via smart contract and tokenized deeds. That's the big core of our last 6 years venture, and the future is very much the NFT aspect, as it's been democratized, through the press, through digital space. For us, it's really making sure that the investor is secured. So we don't want to create shitcoins, so we don't want to create something which will disappear, and we're backing the ownership, through a title, and that's very much important to understand. So it might be a longer process for the long adoption because regulators need to be aware of this, and they need to be on board and allow our space to be there. Propy transaction benefits, so 100% secure. There's no more wire fraud. That's a huge problem in the United States. It's a $2 billion wire fraud, so we're removing this. I talked about the 30 days, 20 days, so time efficiency, reduced costs by 30%. The deed is recorded on blockchain. That's providing the immutability and the proof of record eligibility in the US courts. And the trust. And so, in markets which will start coming where governments are not going to be the most efficient, where corruption, that will remove this. So that's really the holy grail. So we started with the US, and hopefully we'll be able to come into Europe in a much bigger way, in the Middle East. As I'm running out of time, I'm going to ask them to play the video.
Our platform enables you to take an active role in the closing process and keep tabs on the progress of your new home purchase or sale. When an offer is submitted, you'll receive immediate notifications via your mobile and email, and have access to a live dashboard to easily track all your offers. Once an offer is accepted, our platform will help you keep track of key dates, and initiating a deposit payment is a breeze. It's as easy as a walk in the park, but more secure. Propy gives you comprehensive oversight and control throughout the entire process of closing a real estate transaction. You will have access to important documents such as the title report, inspections, disclosures, and closing statements, all in one place. With this level of visibility, you can stay informed about the progress of the transaction and ensure that everything is on track. Your transaction is securely recorded on the blockchain and with the county. Propy's advanced technology and user-friendly interface make it easy to manage and monitor all aspects of the closing process, so you can feel confident and in control every step of the way. All from the comfort of your home. With Propy, you can sell or buy traditionally with online payments, using cryptocurrencies, or as an NFT. Whether you're a buyer, seller, or real estate professional, Propy simplifies and streamlines the closing process, saving you time, money, and stress. Become a part of the real estate revolution today.
So, we've been the first in that space, creating the first ever smart contract on blockchain. That was back in 2017, and we carry on innovating through Vermont with the registrar blockchain. Then went into the United States. We did a couple of POCs in the world, which were all for world first. We got listed on Coinbase back in 2017 under the Pro token, so it's a utility token, and which is utilized through our platform. And very happy to have launched the first NFT real estate. So we're talking about the OpenSea, so that's more a kind of recognition for the real estate professionals utilizing our platform. And those are our investors. So Tim Draper, the VC, backing us with Hurricane Capital, backing Elon Musk. So we've got pretty big people behind us. Berkshire Hathaway joined our network, so we've got about 50,000 agents in the United States. So I'm looking for any questions if you have any questions, guys. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Diego, for this.